सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां
Good morning.
Good morning.
Om
Once
Shanti.
I'm just adjusting things. Yeah. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Able to hear me clearly?
Good
Is my
morning,
voice-
sir.
Good morning.
Is my voice clear and good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. We're all there. Yeah. Good morning, Dharani. So who is this Kirti Rao? Kirti Rao. Good morning, Rashekar, Ritesh, Om Shanti, Arjun, Om Shanti. It would be great if you could switch on your cameras. I just want to have a look at everyone. Only Adita is switching on her camera. Suraj, good morning. So what was the last session about and what did you try to implement last week?
It's corporation.
Yeah, cooperation, right? So did you try to use some techniques that we have gone through or something the whole week? No? So what did we discuss? So about cooperation, right time, right people, and with most important thing. What was the most important thing?
Positive mind.
Yes, very good. So right time, right situations, right people, and with a positive mind. So that positive state of mind is very, very important, right? For cooperation. Have you ever seen birds flying in the evening to their homes back and in the morning for the exploration? Did you see birds, group of birds going together?
Yes, sir.
So what is the formation? How do they look like?
Sir, we.
Yeah, V shape, right? Why? Did you ever think why they're always in V shape?
Sir, V is for victory.
V is for victory. No. Think what could be the other reasons?
Sir, some
Not
birds fly
about one
fast.
bird, right? All the birds go in that shape only. So Kirti Rao, so who is, so Kirti Rao is your mother, right? What's your name? Okay, so why all the birds go in V shape? So it's not about one particular species of birds, right? All the birds generally go in that V curvature, right? Why? So do you all play with ball? Do you throw the ball anytime?
Yes, sir.
So when you throw a ball, suppose you are throwing at some velocity from your hand. When it is landing, will that be at the same velocity or it will be at a slower speed?
Slow velocity.
Slow. Why? Why it slows down?
Sir, because it falls down. Sir.
Yeah. So air is actually obstructing it, right? So when you throw something with a force, as it gradually lands, its speed reduces because air is pushing it back, right? So do you think birds also face this resistance from the air? So when they are flying very fast,
Yes, sir. Some birds.
yeah, all the birds will generally face this resistance, right? So what birds do now, they form a V shape so that all the resistance will be taken by only the first bird. Okay, so that the rest of the birds won't have to face that force from the air, right? So when the air hits the first bird, air splits. That's why the V shape, right? So when the air splits, it actually breaks in V shape, right? Like this. So do you think every time the same bird goes in that first position? Yes, no? How many of you think that every time the same bird will take the first position?
No.
No? Why no?
Sir,
Every time if the body is fast, it will be hard to when that bird want to go.
Sir, means there is no understanding that air hits them, no, sir.
There is no understanding.
That the air hits them, so that bird should only be friend. Like that understanding words doesn't have, no, sir.
No, they have it. No, that's why they are forming a V shape.
Sorry పోయింది నాకు.
So
Professor
birds,
తినలేకపోతున్నా.
so birds actually realized that there is some resistance for them. So they started forming a V shape. But all the force is all the time taken by the first bird. So what they do, they change the positions regularly. Okay, so that they go longer distances. But if every time the same bird is taking the full force, they can't travel for a longer distance, right? That bird will become weak after some time. So do you think this is a classic example of a cooperation that even nature very casually adopts, right? So these birds, they have to travel very long distances. So what they do, they actually form a V shape to actually break the resistance of the air by only one bird. And this bird, it will change its position so that not only one bird takes all the force, everybody takes the pain for some time, right? That's how they travel very, very long distances. Even they cross continents also, right? During different seasons, you see different birds, migrating birds, we call them, right? Understood? So cooperation is so powerful that it could make you achieve something more than that an individual can achieve. But the most important principles are with a positive mindset. Everybody in the group should have that positive state of mind. If it is not there, then it will become an exploitation, right? We were thinking the other day, cooperation without positive state of mind, with negative state of mind, becomes a selfishness, right? But cooperation, it becomes cooperation when the group does it with positive state of mind, right? Suppose you are watching cricket these days, say IPL season, right? There are a lot of matches going on. Suppose, what's your favorite team? Name one. Ritesh?
MI, sir. MI.
I don't watch IPL, sir.
Achha, you don't watch IPL. So MI. So
MI.
Mumbai Indians is your favorite team. So
Yes, sir.
what if Rohit Sharma thinks that, so if Surya Kumar Yadav is playing very good, he will get more name, I should not let him play at all? What if he thinks like that? What happens?
He won't play good in that match.
He won't play and they don't win also, right? Their winning chances reduces because they're one of the good players are dropped down. But will they think like that?
No.
No, right? What they think that team has to win. So for that situation, they need to get the right people in the right time and with a very positive state of mind. If they have a negative state of mind, then they can't utilize the resources in the right manner. So that was about cooperation. So we should always try to inculcate this positive state of mind, right? Okay. And also the collective effort. So we should not always be thinking I should get the first rank. We should be thinking as a group together, we will explore science, we will gain more knowledge, we will go a lot further, right? So what is today's topic?
Discipline.
Okay. Discipline. So what is meant by discipline?
Sir, listening to parents, all the elders.
Sorry, can you repeat again?
Sir, listening to all the elders, being quiet in classrooms.
Okay. So that's called obedience. Right?
Respect for ideals.
So respect for elders. Okay.
Not
What
to
else?
obey
So
elders.
when you hear the word discipline, what are the things that comes to your mind? So one is respect for elders, the other one is being obedient, doing everything properly, being
Being
good,
silent.
Right instructions at right time.
sitting silently in class. Sorry, Ritesh.
Following the right instructions at the right time.
Following the right instructions at the right time, and
Being silent.
okay, you already said that. Being silent in the class. Silent in the sense not making the noise.
Sir, being
Silence-
cooperative.
Okay, very good. So
Do
you have
not
to be
interrupt while elders are talking.
sorry.
Do not interrupt while elders are talking.
That's obedience.
Okay, so it's part of that, right? All these characteristics comes under discipline because we have been listening from the childhood, right? Behave in a decent manner, be disciplined, right? So one of our school's mottos, there were 3 mottos for our school: discipline, decency, and education, right? We used to have an emblem and we used to have these things written on it. So discipline. So when we hear the word discipline, the things that comes to our mind is being very good to people, listening to elders, respecting people, and obeying to them. All these things comes to your mind. What else? What else comes to your mind when you hear the discipline word? Think 2 more minutes. You think about discipline and let me know what are the things that comes to your mind when you hear that word. Success. Did you ever relate success with the discipline?
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
How is that related to discipline?
Sir, our upper means we have 2 sections. Sir, B section makes lot of noise, sir.
Sorry, can you come again? I didn't get you.
Sir, we have 2 sections, A section and B section.
Okay.
B section makes a lot of noise, sir, compared to A section.
Mm-hmm.
I am A section, sir.
Okay.
We got the first class award.
Okay. So there are 2 sections in his class. So what is your name?
Sir, my name is Sohan.
That's a Sohan. Okay. So he's saying there are 2 sections in his school. One section is like they make a lot of noise, they don't behave right, and the other section they always be good. So at the end of the year, they got the better class award because they were more disciplined. Okay, so that's how it's related to success. If you are being very disciplined, then you get success. Okay. What else? What else comes to your mind when you hear discipline? So tell me, so you have a very big challenge. Like, so suppose you are talking about Muhammad Ali. You all know Muhammad Ali?
No, sir.
Yes,
No, you don't know. He's one of the greatest boxer.
yes, sir. I know, sir.
Yeah, Sohan knows. So Muhammad Ali is like inspiration for a lot of people in this planet, right? So he's a very good boxer, and he has won most of the matches, like except 1 or 2 in the last stage of his career. He won all the matches, and he's very, very dedicated in his work. So he says that, so whatever training he does, suppose you all know about push-ups, right? People do push-ups. They are a little bit difficult to do. He says,
Yes, sir.
that when he is exhausted, that's when he starts counting it. So what do we do generally when we do the push-ups? We count as immediately when we start, right? But he says when he is completely exhausted and he can't go any further, that's when he will start his counting. And he does it every single day. Can you term that as a discipline? So doing something every single day,
Yes, sir.
Yes. So that is also discipline. So my grandfather, he's like 73 years old, and every morning he does exercise. Every morning he goes for a walk. This routine doesn't break at all. And when it comes to me, when I try to exercise, so my mind keeps telling me, okay, I'll do it in after 1 hour, or this evening, or tomorrow. I'll start it from tomorrow. All these things come to my mind. Okay. So why is something exercise is a common thing, right? Why my grandfather is feeling it so easy, so natural? Why am I feeling it very hard to do? Is that anywhere related to discipline?
Quite opposite, sir.
Yeah. So discipline makes even hard things easier. Agree?
Yes, sir. Like commitment.
Yeah, commitment, and also that he is doing exercise since a very long time, that became very natural to him, right? So there is no resistance for it, right? Whenever he wants to do exercise, he will immediately do it because he is very, very habituated. So for me, it didn't become a habit. So I am finding it hard. So exercise is basically hard when you do it for the first time, right? But when you regularly do it, it will become a regular practice. And if you don't do it, you will find that I missed something today, right? That's how exercise or gym or any routine happens. So discipline makes hard things easier, right? So for you, sitting and studying might be difficult or hard, or there is a lot of resistance for you to sit and study. But if that becomes a habit, there won't be much resistance. So I in my home, my mother used to have this rule, like every day we'll reach home by 4:30 from school, and we should eat something, get ourselves ready, and we should start studying from 6:30 to 9 o'clock every day. So that's a rule since I was very, very small. And without knowing, after 6:30, me and my sister, we used to normally sit and open the books without any resistance. But that's a very difficult thing, right? Every day, 6:30, open your books and study. It is hard, but when it becomes a habit or a routine, it becomes very natural. So can we term discipline is something that makes hard things, seemingly hard things, very natural or habitual, right? So that is one thing that comes to my mind when I think about discipline. So what else? You also add something to it in your life. What are the things that you did because you promised somebody that you will do it, and then you
Sir,
did
I
it?
promised my mother that I will get top 5 rank.
Okay, you'll get very good marks and very good rank. You promised, and did you do that?
Sir, no, sir.
No, you didn't do. Why?
Sir, I got bored studying day and night.
Yes, you find it hard studying day and night, right? So which standard are you? Which class are you studying?
Sir, this year I'm studying 8th, sir.
Okay, 8th. So now I'll show you one picture. Tell me what you understood from that picture, okay? So this was our poster, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
So what do you see in this picture in the left half?
Sir,
So is my screen good enough to have clear view in mobile phone?
no, sir, it's okay. It's
Now it's better.
yes, sir, it's better.
Okay. So what do you see in this image
Sir, a
on the left
person,
side?
Sir,
a
hard
person,
work, sir.
sir, a person is trying to lift a big rock, sir. So
Okay.
he started from small rocks to big rocks.
No. So this is phase 1. After a few days, second picture is phase 2. After a few days, third picture is phase 3. So what is happening here?
Sir,
Sir,
first
he's
day
getting
is
stronger.
right.
One by one, na? So
He's
who
getting
started?
stronger, sir.
Repeat.
Sir is getting stronger day by day.
He's getting stronger day by day. Okay, Arjun?
Sir, he is trying to move the big rock, sir, from first day.
Mhm. Okay. And
Sir, according to what you said, hard stuff, I mean, having a habit makes it easier.
yes, having
That
a habit.
rock's weight didn't change. The
Mhm.
rock's weight didn't change. It's just that he became more disciplined and it became easier for him.
Yes. So pictures are generally a representation, it's not always the exact thing. Here, the picture says, initially when he saw a task, his mind perceived it as a very big thing. Okay. Then slowly as he started pursuing that task, slowly he started pursuing it a little bit smaller, day by day, day by day. After a few days, that became an easy task. So, for example, you all know how to ride a bicycle, right?
Yes.
On the very first day when you started riding, how did you feel?
Sir,
As
scared, a bit scared.
yeah, scary, tough. You might fall down. You don't know how to ride. You don't know how to balance. So does that look like the first image, where in your mind the cycle is like a very big stone?
Yes, sir.
So then you started practicing slowly. After a couple of days or 3 days, you don't find it very, very tough, right? The challenge looks very simple. And you start riding it with some support or something after a couple of days, right? Then after few days, like after few months, how do you feel about riding bicycle?
Very easy.
Sir, I like to ride bicycle for horse.
Sorry, harsh.
Yes, sir.
No, harsh is a bad word, right? So now you can ride your bicycle very elegantly, right? So you find the joy in riding it. You sometimes even remove your hands and ride it, but it's not safe. But anyhow, we try it, right? When we were very small. And we can drive faster also with a more control, more balance. So all these things comes into picture, right? So now it's a play, right? So does that look like the third image where he's just playing with the task?
Yes.
So that's how we do all the things. So do you know walking is tough or easy? Easy. Sure. How many of you think walking is easy? Okay. Rajesh, Ishita. So I forgot your name again. Chintan, right?
Cherish.
Cherish. Okay, sorry. So everybody thinks walking is easy. But let me tell you, walking is one of the difficult things on this planet, You know how many things you are balancing? You are balancing your weight, you are balancing your pull towards the gravity, you are balancing all the additional forces in when somebody pushes you, you don't fall, right? You balance it immediately. So how do you think your brain is doing that?
Sir, since the day one we are starting to walk.
It is a daily activity for us.
Very, very small. When you initially started standing up, you fall, right? You fall hundreds of times. Then you learn to stand. So after standing, you try to walk and you fall. And you fall thousands of times. So our brain does some backs of calculations, which is a correct way of standing, which is a correct way of posture, which is a correct way of stepping ahead. It knows some thousands of iterations. After all those iterations, it will create a model that this is a perfect way of standing, this is a perfect way of walking, right? So walking is not easy, standing is not easy, but when we consistently practiced very, very small steps at a time, one single step, one single time, it's so natural. Now you don't even realize that you actually walk without even consciousness, right? So is discipline? Discipline is doing small things every single day so that it becomes a nature. So is discipline necessary for us? How many of you think it's
Yes,
necessary?
sir, it's necessary for us.
It's necessary. How many of you think not so necessary? Okay, everybody thinks it's necessary. Why it's necessary? Suppose take the walking only. Okay. Suppose if you think, hey, what walking? I'll do it later. Right now, I'll sleep and chill. If you think like that when you are 2 years old, what will happen?
Sir, we will not know how to walk.
You will never walk in your life. Okay. In that 2 to 5 years, if you are lazy and if you don't want to learn to walk, you will never be able to walk, because as we grow up, the capability of brain, we lose that. It's not that brain becomes weak. Brain is the same. We can even improve the brain. But the thing is, we lose the track of it, we ourselves. But if we try, we could still keep the same curiosity. Do you think you have the same curiosity now, like the curiosity you had when you were 4 years old? No,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So have you seen a 4 years kid? He will touch every single thing that comes to his mind, his eye. Whatever thing that catches his eye, he will touch it. He will keep it in his mouth, right? So that's the curiosity. When we were very, very small, we wanted to know every single thing. We wanted to know how it feels to touch. We wanted to know how it feels to taste. We wanted to know how it feels like pressing it, destroying it, all these things. In this process, we learn a lot of things. As we learn, as we grow, we stop thinking why, what, how, where, when. We simply take everything granted, right? So you all watch television? Yes.
Yes,
How
sir.
many of you know how exactly the television works? So you have a set-top box, you have a dish on your room. How is the picture coming over the air?
Sir, internet.
Internet. How is internet helping it?
Sir, internet means communicating data, transfer of data like that, no, sir?
Yes, right. So here it's not internet exactly. Here it's the satellite, right? So from the satellite, you are taking the data from that, whatever the antenna or the receiver you place at the top of your house, right? From there, you take the data and send it to the TV, right? So this one, even very clearly we can understand. Right now we understood at a top level, right? So from the satellite, we are taking the data, and this data we are sending it to the TV. So what exactly is happening in the background? All these things we don't explore much. How is video calling happening? So this is over the internet. How is internet working? So we don't get into all these details, right? But we have to. So from now on, whatever, every day, at least try to learn one new thing. Okay. Look around, see how the bulb is working. So look around, find something in your house. You'll find hundreds of things in your house, right? So each thing in your house, it took hundreds of years or tens of years to actually become like that. You all see water bottle, right? So before all these water bottles, suppose like 1000, 2000 years ago, were there water bottles? What did people do?
Sir, pots.
Pots.
Carry
Yeah.
pots.
Okay, pots. Even before pots, what did people do?
Coconut shell.
Coconut shell, very good. Before that,
Sir, they don't carry anything, sir. They drink it.
they didn't carry anything, but they were living beside the river, right? So you heard about Indus Valley civilization, Egyptian civilization. All these civilizations were beside rivers, right? Sindh civilization, Indus Valley civilization was beside Sindh river, right? And Egyptian civilization was beside Nile river, right? So people used to stay near water resources, like just how animals do in the forest. They don't save the water, they live around the water. That's how we started off. Then somebody felt, hey, every time I need to go near the river and fetch water, what if I am using doing something else? Then they started using leaves. Okay, leaves can also save water for some time, right? With leaves, we can save water, and they were doing that, but it was not reliable, right? You can't store it for a longer period of time. So then a lot of mosquitoes, all these things were falling on it. Then they used another leaf to cover it. And with this, they were not able to use it very ruggedly, like they were not able to carry very easily to places because leaves sometimes break. So what they did, somehow they figured out that when mud is heated or when mud is used in a proper ingredients, it becomes hard. Then they felt, okay, why not store it in this? Then they used bigger pots. Then they created a lid over the pot. Then they felt this is too big. Then they created smaller pots. Then somebody created a screw. After hundreds of years, somebody used that screw for fitting this pot. And after hundreds of years, somebody came up with some other metal. Then they started using that metal for water. After hundreds of years, somebody created plastic. And that's how right now we use plastic. And right now we use different kinds of designs, all these things, right? So the simple water bottle that we generally, very normally uses, what is the story of it? Thousands of years of innovation, thousands of years of hard work, right? So from now on, every single day, we will learn something new about something. Okay, cool enough? Can we do that? So next week when we meet, you should tell me at least 2 new things that I don't or I haven't observed. Okay, or whatever you observe, you share it with. And I was talking about the next week, right? So next week we are planning to have a summer camp for 3 days. Okay, how many of you will be interested to join?
Sir, me.
3 days, half of day, each day, like from 9 to 12 each day for 3 days. How many of you will be interested to participate? I don't see.
Sir,
Or class.
Sorry? Dharani?
It is like or a online class.
No, it's in the center. So Aditya,
sir, when I came to center, it was closed, sir.
when did you come?
Sir, last week.
Okay, so last week we did only online, right? So some meditation was going on in the center, so we did only online. But next week we'll have it offline, okay? Only offline. So we'll gather all the people, like 40 to 50 kids, and we'll try to have some good time there for 3 days. So Monday is a holiday because of Labor Day, and Saturday and Sunday. So morning 9 to 12 o'clock, 3 hours each day. Okay. So we were discussing about
the timings.
9 to 12.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So we'll meet in center next week. So we have been interacting for some time on the online platform, right? Okay. So next week when we meet, you have to tell me at least one new thing that you love. All right? Yeah. So coming back to our topic about doing small things in regularly, consistently. Okay. So can we consider consistency under discipline now? Yes, right?
Sir.
Yeah. So discipline means behaving nicely.
Commitment.
Yeah, commitment, consistency. Very good. You gave the word commitment. So what is meant by commitment?
Sir, if we think we have to do that work at that time, we have to do it, sir. We should not skip it.
Yes.
You have to do it.
When you decide on something, you have to do it, whatever it takes, right? So
Yes,
that's
sir.
called self-discipline, right? You think about something to do and you have to do it. So that's also discipline. So shall we write down things that come under discipline? Whatever thoughts we were getting so far, we'll try to write down. I'm just sharing my screen. We'll write it together. So the question was, what do you think when you hear the word discipline? So here are the things that came to our mind, right? We'll write down. So first one is respecting. Second one, behaving properly. Third one, thinking properly or good. Next one, commitment. Next one, consistency.
Sir, perseverance.
Perseverance. Perseverance means, anybody? What is meant by perseverance?
Sir, we have to, means, sir, if we gave a word, we have to be on that word, sir.
Yes. So perseverance is continuously trying to do it.
Sir, means if our best friend is in danger, we have to help him, sir. Without,
that doesn't come under perseverance. No?
Sir,
If you have a goal, irrespective of the outcomes, you should start doing it. You should keep doing it. Okay. So that's the perseverance. Suppose you have taken a challenge like, so Virat Kohli has decided that I won't eat sweets to maintain my fitness. And he keeps doing that for almost like 10, 12 years consistently, right? So that quality is called perseverance. You keep doing it. You keep doing it. Okay. So what else comes to your mind, Ritesh, Rajshekhar, Sadhan? So do you think overcoming resistance, can that come under discipline, overcoming resistance?
yes, sir.
So suppose if I want to wake up every day in the morning, so what is the resistance I will see?
Sir?
Let me sleep for 5 more minutes. Let me sleep for 10 more minutes, right? So
Yes,
the
sir.
urge to sleep is the resistance. And so if you should study from 6:30 to 9 o'clock every day in the evening. What will be the resistance? Let me watch TV for half an hour. Let me play a game in my mobile for half an hour. So all these things comes under resistance, right? So overcoming resistance is also a very important part for discipline. So what else? Small steps at a time. Can this come under resistance? Sorry, discipline. So when you decide to achieve something, do it one by one, very small steps, small
Make a
steps.
plan.
Yes, make a plan. Very small, consistent steps can make you travel a very long distance. Right?
Yes, sir.
So can
For obedience.
willpower come under discipline? So can you read what is there on the screen?
Willpower and self-control suggest that I will choose to do the whatever best the clear heart.
Can you all read it along with me? Willpower
Willpower
and self-control
and self-control
suggests that I will choose to do what is best and do it gladly with pure heart.
with pure heart.
So willpower and self-control is something you do it with love, you know. Why do you do the self-control part? Because I know what I'll be getting through that. So what did Virat Kohli achieve by following a very strict diet? What did
Sir, sir,
I didn't hear you. Sorry?
Fitness.
Yeah, fitness that helped me in his game, and
sir,
that
when
too.
he was, sir, when he was playing the match, he thought of winning the match, sir. But suddenly he got the news that his father has died, sir. But still
Right.
he won the match.
Yes. So he had a lot of commitment for the game, that he overcame all these resistances. He had this strong willpower and self-control with a lot of good heart. He don't feel bad, right? So I didn't eat gulab jam today. I didn't eat cake today. I didn't eat a chocolate today. He don't feel bad because he know what he's doing it for. So here it is, na? Choosing to do what is best and do it with love. It's not like do it with pain. When your parents ask you to sit and study, if you are doing it willingly, very, very happily, how does that feel like? And if you are doing it with a lot of pain, I have to study now. So how do you feel about it? Which is more productive way? Arjun, doing it with pain or doing it with love? Arjun, I couldn't hear you. You don't want to say? Okay. So doing it with love makes everything easy, right? Do you agree?
Yes.
Sir,
So willpower and self-control. So this commitment and perseverance covers the topic of willpower, and overcoming resistance covers the topic of self-control, right? So I'll show you one video related to this. One second. Yeah. So look at this video and tell me, what did you understand?
Okay, sit in that chair. All right, here's the deal. Marshmallow for you. You can either wait, and I'll give you another one if you wait, or you can eat it now. When I come back, I'll give you another one, so then you'll have two. But stay in here and stay in the chair till I come back, okay? All right.
What did his mother say? They gave them a chocolate marshmallow, and they asked him, you don't eat it now, I'll come back. If you don't eat, I will give you one more. Do you think the child will wait or he'll eat?
sir, I think he'll wait.
Sir, he will wait.
He will wait. How many of you think he'll wait?
Sir, me.
Everybody thinks he'll wait.
Sir, me.
Okay.
Sir, no, sir. I think he'll eat because he's very small.
Achha. So how many of you think he will eat?
Me.
Achha, Ishita thinks. Okay, Dharani thinks. Okay, let us see what they will do. It's not about one kid. There are a group of kids here. That fellow is smelling.
I'm gonna go do something, and then I'll come back.
It smells yummy. It smells really good.
All right, so it's up to you. You can have it now or you can wait. Okay? stay in the chair, okay? Okay. All right, so I'm gonna leave and then I'll come back, okay? So you can either eat it right now or you can wait. Either way, okay? Okay. How'd you do? Did you do good? You did?
Yeah.
You wanted to eat it, didn't you? Yeah. So did I tell you to give you another one? Okay, now you can have both. You need them.
Yeah.
Sir, one boy is with patience and self-discipline.
Okay. So if you are in that situation, what you would have done?
Sir, I will wait.
Acha, you will wait. Sure.
Sir, even
Yes,
I
sir.
also wait, sir.
How many of you would have eaten it? Nobody. You all will be waiting. No, that video, they actually reduced the time. They actually gave a lot of time for them to actually
Sir,
wait.
sometimes I will eat, sir.
Acha, sometimes you'll eat. Okay. So the research says, so they have experimented this on a lot of children. So after so these people, they were like 4 or 5 years when they were tested. Okay. After they were 18 years old, okay, they again experimented with these kids. They were checking their mindset. How is the mindset of each kid? Okay. We'll see what happened after the test. Okay. Second, yeah. Here you go. Listen to it very carefully. And tell me what you understood. Okay.
Sir,
You may already be familiar with the famous marshmallow study conducted by my colleague, psychologist Walter Mischel, in which a group of
It's very fast, right? Okay. So after this experiment, like after 18 years, when all these kids reached 18 years, they evaluated their mindset, and who all the kids who waited, their IQ levels are better, and they have better performance, they have better way of looking at life, they have better optimism, all these things. But who are all the kids who ate it immediately? They were like a little bit, so what if something happens, they get depressed, or if something, so their IQ scores also a little less. So that says, when your mind has the ability to actually overcome those urges, so that resistances are there, no? Your urge to sleep, urge to eat, urge to play, all these things, urge to watch TV, urge to play with your mobile phone, all these things. If you are able to control them to some extent, then your mind power is better, right? So discipline is something that you call something as discipline when you actually were able to resist those urges. So now read out this definition of discipline. Okay, here you go. So can somebody read it, Serish? Read it aloud so that everybody could hear.
I recognize the value of time and effort. As a master, I have the power to resist all forms of
Inertia. Inertia means the resistance. Okay. So it says, I recognize the value of time and effort. As a master, master means I am the more powerful. As a king or as a master of this quality, I have the power to resist all forms of inertia. So all kinds of urges, I have the power to resist it. Suppose you want to watch TV, but you have an exam tomorrow. How do you resist it? Do you know the technique to resist it?
Sir, if anybody watches TV, I get tempted, sir.
Achha, you get tempted. So let us do a small experiment now. You will understand what can help you overcome that urge. Okay. So now there are two statements. You have to tell what I say. You have to show what I show. Okay. I'll show you numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I will say some number 2, 3, 4, 5. So your task is to do what I do, to say what I say. Understood? You have to say what I say. You have to do what I do. Ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. 2. I couldn't see you all. Can you all switch on your cameras? Dharani, Sohan, Sadhan, Rashekar. So you have to say what I say, do what I do. Okay? 1,
1,
3,
3,
5,
5,
6,
4,
4,
2.
2.
Okay. So first task is done. Easy, right? Yes.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
you have to do what I do, but say what you do. Okay? Don't follow what I say. You have to say what you do. Okay? If you raise 4, you have to say 4. If you raise 2, you have to say 2. I might be saying something, whatever I want. Okay? You should not say what I say, but you have to do what I do and say what you do. All right? Understood? Okay. 6,
5,
4,
3,
1,
1,
3,
2,
1,
4,
4,
2,
5,
5,
1,
4,
4,
3.
2.
2.
Okay. So easy, difficult.
Easy.
Okay. So now the third task. You have to say what I say, but don't do what I do. Okay. You have to do what you say. All right. Okay. What is the condition? You have to say what I say, but don't do what I do. You have to do what you say. Okay. Okay. Here you go. 3.
3.
Okay. You have to say what I say, do what you do. Okay. Again. So 3.
4.
Who said 4? Then 1.
1.
No, you have to say what I say. You have to do what you say. Don't do what I do. Okay. Again. 3,
2,
4,
4.
5,
5,
2.
2.
Okay. You have to say what I say. You have to do what you say. Who all said 4? So now we'll do the last exercise. Just to give 2 seconds gap. Okay, split second or 1 second gap. Then you say, give 1 second gap. Then you, okay. You understood, na? You have to say what I say, but do what you do. Don't do what I do. And give 1 second gap. Give 1 second gap, then say what I say. Give 1 second gap, then do what you say. Okay. Now we'll see how it goes. 1, 3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5,
2,
2,
3.
3.
Okay. Now it was easy. So what was the technique?
Not see you.
Not see you, no, that's cheating. So you have to see me, but you have to give that 1 second gap. Okay. So this exercise, if you would have been offline, it would have been better. Okay. Online, it's a bit not so easy. Not so easy in the sense it's not very easy to understand the technique. Actually. So the technique is, if you give a second gap, you will do it rightly. If you don't give that 1 second gap, you will do it wrongly. That's what the experiment is intended to. So now when you have these urges, so suppose there is an exam tomorrow, you wanted to watch a movie. Your favorite movie is coming on the TV. So give 20 seconds time. You tell yourself what is important. Can I watch this movie later? Can I study for this exams tomorrow? What if I study well? What if I don't study well? So ask all these 5 questions. Then you yourself will go and study. So you'll get proper answers, right? So can I watch the TV later? Yes. Can I watch that movie later? Yes. Can I study for these exams tomorrow? No. Is this exam important? Yes. So what if I study now? I'll get good marks, I'll get good knowledge, I'll get good rank. What if I don't study? I don't get good marks, I'll regret later. So when you ask these kind of questions, your mind will make you do the right things. Understood? Right? Okay. So the definition of discipline is, I give and recognize value to the time and effort, and I am the master. I can overcome my resistances. Right? Can you all read it again?
I recognize the value of time and effort. As a master, I have the power to resist all forms of inertia.
Inertia. So it's called inertia. So I'll give you definition of what is inertia. Suppose you are going in a bus. Okay. Suddenly the driver presses a brake. What will happen?
Come front a little bit.
You all go a little bit front, right?
Yes.
So that is called inertia. So when something is happening, it keeps on happening like that. If there is an external brake applied, you will break out of it. Okay. So suppose if you are watching TV, if you don't apply a brake, you will keep watching the TV continuously. But if you apply a brake, you can come out of that state. Understood? So discipline is, you will give more value to your time and effort, and you are the master and you can overcome all these inertias. Okay. So now we understood what is discipline, right? What is discipline and what is not discipline? What are the things that come under discipline? All these things we understood. And we all know all the great stories, right? All the Olympic players, they do lot of routines, which we call it as discipline, right? Having a routine. So we saw, right? So when there is a bigger task, if you keep doing it, after some time it becomes easy. So discipline is having all these kind of routines. Initially it might be tough, but slowly it becomes easier. So now help me answering these things. How do you clean this up? Oh, sorry. Yeah. So how do you clean this?
Sir, first I will take what are there down, sir, and later I will keep them in a proper place.
Okay.
And I'll first will clean the floor and then the tables and the walls.
Right. So you have broken the task, right? So cleaning this room is your task. What did you do? You have broken it into small pieces. So first I'll remove things on the ground, then I'll remove things on the table, then on the walls, then I'll clean the floor first, all these things, right? And how do you solve this?
Sir, I will solve this with a plan.
Yeah, step by step, right?
Yes, sir.
So what if you think I have to solve it at one go? Will it be possible?
Sir?
If I have to solve it in a single instant, like without planning or without any steps, can I simply draw, okay, do this, it will come out. Can I do that? No, right? Not possible.
Sir.
You have to do it in a stepwise manner. So discipline is also like that. First of all, you have to break the things. Then you have to target one thing at a time. You should not say, so early morning, I'll rise up at 4 o'clock. I will do exercise. Then I'll study for 1 hour. Then I'll go to school in the right time. Then I'll do everything properly. I'll write all the notes. I'll do all the homeworks. Then I'll study in the evening at home. Then I'll sleep at exactly 9:30. So all these things, you don't plan it in a single day. Okay. So it's not like today you listen to the class discipline and tomorrow itself everything will become normal and very accurate. It won't happen. So first pick one. Every day for the next 1 week, I will sleep before 9:30 or 10 o'clock. Make it a routine, like 1 week or 21 days. After achieving that, go to the next task. Every morning, I will wake up early. So first divide the tasks, complete one task at a time. Don't jump and do everything at a one. It will not happen. Right? So we were discussing about willpower and commitment, right? Our mind has limited power of willpower. Okay. So you can't say, I'll do 10 things tomorrow straight away. Very, very difficult. But I will do one thing or two things tomorrow. Slowly, I will improve. Slowly, I will become better. Right? So do you know bodybuilding?
Yes, sir.
How do you build a muscle? In 1 day, or it will take a lot of time?
It take a lot of time, sir.
It will take a lot of time, but during this time, you should do consistently. Okay? Means every day, little bit every day, so that after some time, it will become perfect. So you all know Sachin, right?
Sir.
Why is Sachin famous?
Sir, because his height is really very short, but still he plays cricket.
He's the greatest cricketer of our times, right? Everybody says he's one of the greatest cricketers of our times. Why is he great? Do you think there are no talent like Sachin Tendulkar in the country? In our country, there are like 130 crore people. Do you think nobody has a talent like Sachin Tendulkar?
Yes, sir, they are there like Sachin.
There will be lakhs of people who have similar talent, but Sachin Tendulkar has a great discipline. Because of that discipline, he played international cricket for 24 years. Longest, I think, longest by any player. 24 years maintaining your perfect body is very, very tough. But he was able to do because he made all those routines as habits, right? So now we are discussing, right? Waking up, sleeping early, all these things. If it becomes a habit, it becomes natural. Just like I was talking about my grandfather, right? He does exercise so naturally. For me, it is very, very tough to do. So for the next week, we'll take this challenge. Okay. I will take exercise. You pick one. What is the one aspect that you want to improve? Think for 1 minute. Okay, you all found something? Okay. So next 1 week, we will do it. All right. So I have taken exercise. From tomorrow, I will do exercise every day till next Sunday. Right? So I am very bad at doing exercises. So my family complains me that I don't exercise a lot. So right now I'll take, after this class, we have to experiment, right? Whatever we are learning. So one technique is give 20 seconds time. So every morning I wake up, and when I think about exercise, I'll say, okay, evening I will do. So this time I will wait for 20 seconds and take the judgment. I'll wait, okay, 20 seconds, I'll think. Now or evening, now or evening, now or evening. After 20 seconds, I'll take the decision. Okay. Whatever theory it says, if you wait for 20 seconds, you will do the right thing. We will check. Okay. From tomorrow. All right, done, deal. So I will do, you should also do. Okay. Pick one thing, anything. It could be, Ishita, you can learn making a coffee or a tea, right? In your home. Cherish, you want to learn cooking?
No.
No? What do you want to do next 1 week? No idea. Okay. So you should all learn. You all drink milk or coffee?
Milk.
Yeah. You should all learn to make milk. Okay. You have to make your own milk. You have to learn how to make a coffee and give it to your mom. All right. Can you do that?
I know how to make already.
One new thing in the whole week. Okay. And one discipline also. So not exercising is my bad habit. I want to overcome it with the principles of discipline. Okay. So here are the principles of discipline. How to be disciplined? Can somebody read it? Sadhan?
Yes, sir. How to be disciplined. Finding a strong reason. Developing discipline through singular activities. Pre-planning for temptation.
So first thing we have to do is, why is this thing important for us? Why should we do it? Why should we study? Why should we do exercise? Why should we do whatever you are planning to do? Okay. We should have strong reason. We should have meaning for it. Then only we will be able to do. The second one, we were seeing that messy room, right? One thing at a time. Pick one activity, work on it, overcome it, then pick the second activity, then overcome it. That's how you do it. Third one, I was telling, when I wake up, I'll think that evening I will do it, or tomorrow, from tomorrow I will start. So these are the temptations. How can I overcome it? I already planned, right? I'll give 20-second gap. I will think about the benefits of doing exercise. Then I will do, right? So these are the 3 things that you have to do to follow some discipline. So if I do it for 1 week, every day, it will become a habit for me to do exercise, and I will do it for my lifelong time, right? Okay. So Sadhan, did you pick something to do for this week?
No.
Pick one, no?
Yeah.
So how many of you picked something? Aditi, did you pick something?
Well, me,
Yeah, Sohan.
sir, I'll finish my projects daily too.
Okay. So every day a little bit. Definitely you have to progress, right?
Yes, sir. Also, I will learn all the tables.
Okay. So one thing at a time, we thought, right? All the tables in how many days?
Sir, means one day one table. No, sir.
Yes. Yeah. So one day, one table. So how many tables do you know now?
Sir, till 12 table I know, sir.
Okay, till 12 you know. So you have like 8 left over. So this 1 week you have to complete all 8, one each day. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, good. So you all are having holidays, right? Can you all read for half an hour every day? Read something, newspaper, a very good book or something. Half an hour each day. Arjun?
Sir, daily I'm reading newspaper, sir.
Oh, very good.
Sir, non-academic books.
Yes.
Meditation.
Yeah, whatever it could be. It could be any good book about Vivekananda. You could read about Abdul Kalam or whatever book. Right? Abdul Kalam has written some really good books. And his language is also very easy to understand. You can read them. And Sudha Murthy's books are also very, very good and very easy to understand. And she writes for kids. Right? Okay, make some one good habit. Try to make it a habit. Okay? Can we all do that? Yes, no? Cherish, Rishita, Rashekar, Suraj,
Yes.
Dharani.
Yes.
Okay, so now we understood the 3 principles, right? How to be disciplined. First, you have to find the meaning. Why is that important? What will happen if I do it? What will happen if I don't do it? Okay. Second one, break the task. Means one thing at a time. One small improvement each day. Okay. Third one, pre-plan for your temptations. You could have a lot of temptations like watching TV, using mobile, all these things could be your temptations. You plan how are you going to overcome them beforehand, right? All right. So that's the topic for today. So next week you all remember, right? Next week is children's camp for 3 days. Morning 9 to 12 o'clock. Saturday, Sunday and Monday. Okay, you all are most welcome. And it would be very nice if you all come there because sitting with 30, 40 people, it will be nice to actually participate and do some activities. Okay.
Next week.
Yes, next week, 29th, 30 and 1st. Why, Arjun? Where do you stay?
So we have to come to the center, sir.
Yeah, center. Sohan.
Yes, sir.
Sir, on 29th I have exam, sir.
29th is Saturday, right?
Yes, sir.
You have an exam. You are having holidays right now.
No, sir, I am joining new school, sir.
Acha, okay. Suraj, are you in Hyderabad?
But my registration is already done, sir.
Acha, your registration is done. Cool. Okay. So Arjun, you join us on Sunday and Monday, okay? After the exam. Okay. So Ishita, Cherish, Aditi will come. Rashekar will come, right?
I have to come.
Actually, Sadhan stays a long way from Miyapur. If possible, you try Sadhan. Okay?
Hello, Anya. Sir, actually, I'm going to village on 28th.
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Morning 9 to 12 o'clock. Okay?
We should come there.
Yes, to the center. It won't be online.
Okay. Cherish and Nishita are coming.
Yes, oh, very good. So we will meet in the center next week. All right? Okay, now we will do 2 minutes meditation where we will talk to ourselves and we will try to make one good habit for the next 1 week. Okay? Sit properly, very, very comfortably, relaxed. Take a deep breath. Slowly breathe out. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath again. Slowly breathe out. Very, very relaxed. Very calm. A very pleasant morning and a wonderful Sunday. Take a deep breath again. Slowly breathe out. Talk to yourself. I am a very, very strong person. I am a very powerful person. I am a shining star in the middle of my forehead. I am the child of God. Take a deep breath. Slowly breathe out. Observe your body. Very, very relaxed. Very, very calm. Now tell yourself, discipline is a very good virtue. With the discipline, even the hard things can become very, very easy. From today on, I will give attention to my habits, to my behavior, and also I understand my temptations. I will work on my goals. I will understand their importance. I will understand the importance of time as well. I am the master. I can easily overcome my temptations. For everything, first I plan. My plan is, why is this task important? To achieve this task, what are all the small activities I should be doing? Target one activity at a time. During the process, whenever I have some urges or temptations, for 20 seconds, I will think about those temptations. Then I will take the decision to do the right thing. Visualize lot of powers and blessings are falling on you from the God. God is giving you lot of power and lot of blessings. And God is telling you, my dear child, always be happy. Always do right things. Always think in a good manner. Get your hands together, rub them. And warm up your eyes, face. Okay? Open your eyes. So every day morning, you talk to yourself like this. Very slowly, very nicely, very lawfully. You talk to yourself, you plan your day, then you start doing your activities. Okay? Have a wonderful Sunday. Bye-bye. Om
Bye.
Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Om
Om
Shanti.
Shanti.